Well, hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Bobbie and this is Bobbie Reads Tarot, and you guys, I ordered a camera stand off of Amazon, so now I can have a video where I'm not showing my face. I know you guys like seeing my face, but I don't always like putting makeup on, so you guys are gonna get a traditional hands-only video. I hope you're all doing well. Today I want to take a peek at Governor Gavin Newsom and his plans to redistrict California. I want to see, is he going to be successful? As always, my readings are for entertainment purposes only. Please do your own research, form your own opinion, and be kind in the comment section down below. Kind to me and kind to others. Okay, let's see how this is going to work out, you guys. General energy. Ooh, I like this already. We have the Strength card. The Strength card is all about strength, but it's not a strength that's a brute force strength. This Strength card is a card that's about a gentle strength, an elegant, graceful strength. So essentially what Newsom is doing is he's not trying to, he's like outsmarting. He's using strength through like outsmarting Trump. I feel like he essentially is going to try to beat Trump at Trump's own game. The challenge that he's going to face is the 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands is news coming in, information coming in, things coming in fast. Because it's upright, I think that this is probably some good news or good information that's going to come in for Newsom. So I don't really see this as being much of a challenge for him. I feel like his challenge is not a challenge, which is fantastic energy. The energy that he's coming from is the Hanged Man. This makes perfect sense because for so long, the Democrats were just kind of standing back, watching, waiting, not doing anything, completely in this Hanged Man energy, where they're just like hanging out, not really doing anything, waiting and seeing. The energy that Newsom is going into now with this redistricting is the world reversed. So he is going to attempt it, but I do not believe he is going to be able to complete it. That could be a lot of different things. It could be because it's not necessary to complete it anymore because, let's say, something happens and Trump's out of office, or, whatever, or this is being stopped. But I don't see him being able to complete, because it has to go on the ballot and be voted on. So this could be it getting voted down too, which I don't know. I don't think it would, but this tells me it's not going to be completed. He's not going to be able to complete this project. What his goal is the tower. He wants to bring down Trump. He wants to bring down the Republicans. He wants to end this, okay? But he also, so here's the thing with Newsom, okay? I want us to keep things in perspective, right? Because you guys like that I tell it to you straight. So let's look at this. Yes, Gavin Newsom is a great guy and he's doing some really good things right now, but he is still a politician, he's still a human, and he's still a very deeply flawed human, and we need to not put him on this pedestal of like he can do no wrong, because he's still a politician, guys. We still have to be very, we have to advocate for ourselves, because none of these politicians, Republican, Democrat, or otherwise, are truly going to advocate for us. I think leaders that truly advocate for people are far and few in between. I think you've got like Bernie, for sure. AOC, maybe. I haven't done enough research into her, but you know what I'm saying? Like, these are all politicians, and you got to be a little crooked to be in politics. What this situation doesn't see coming is the Ace of Cups. This is an offer. This is an offer of abundance. It's an offer of, it could be positive emotion, friendships, reaching out, people wanting to work with him. I'm just wondering what this is about. Okay, let's keep going though. The energy of this situation here, the Lovers card. This is a partnership. This is people working together. Really for the common good. And I'm almost wondering if Newsom doesn't have a potential love interest that's also involved in the situation with him. That's now, I mean, that it doesn't have to be. Sometimes or often when we get the Lovers card, we do get that type of energy, but I think this is partnerships. I think he's partnering with someone or a group of people that are helping to promote his cause. The environment of this project is the Five of Swords. So there's going to be conflict within this process of trying to redistrict California. Okay, it is not going to be smooth sailing. The hopes or fears for this is the Two of Wands reverse. So Two of Wands reverse is not looking towards the future, not making plans. So the fear is that it's not going to work, it's not going to be productive. The hope is that plans can be made to move forward to redistrict. The final outcome for this situation, though, for this redistricting that Gavin Newsom is trying to accomplish, is the Eight of Pentacles. This is working really hard at your craft and what you're really good at. I really think he's going to get far with this. I'm so confused about what this World card is. Let's look at the results. I want to see the end results for this, because that World reversed is just, I don't know. So Spirit, can you tell us what the final, what do I want to ask? How is this all going to resolve itself? Okay, I had a card flip somewhere. Was that the one that came out? Okay. Oh, there's two. 5. Yeah. Okay, so we just had those. I'm putting these back. I'm reshuffling. That was, so those same two cards, 5 of Swords was conflict. 2 of Wands reverse is not being able to make plans. But again, we just had those. I just feel like I need to move the energy in these cards a little bit. Okay, let's try this again. This is, okay, so this is the MAGA card. 6 of Cups is a card that's all about nostalgia. But remember, when it's reversed like this, it's remembering the past more fondly than it actually was. So this is a card that often comes up that represents MAGA, okay? So there's some kind of MAGA something that's going to be involved in how this turns out. That's too many cards. We do have the Hanged Man reversed and the Magician reversed. The Magician reverse is having all of the tools, all of the resources, everything that you need to do, or every tool that you need to be successful, but it's not knowing how to use them, how to put them together, how to make it work. The Hanged Man reversed is this Martyr card, right? The Hermit is about going within, looking for the inner wisdom, and the Hierophant reverse is doing things in a very unorthodox way. It's also the card of government. These are some very interesting cards because out of 5 cards, 4 of them are major arcana, only one of them is minor arcana, but the minor arcana card is the one that represents MAGA. Looking at this, I feel like this is having all of the tools you need to be successful, but for some reason it just doesn't work out right. And that would explain why we have the World card reversed. The Martyr card, or the Hanged Man reversed, this has been coming up a lot. And I'm really wondering if he is not going to need to finish this, what he's setting out to do, because Trump is not going to be here, allegedly for entertainment purposes only, okay? The Hermit card is about using your inner wisdom, knowing what battle to pick, knowing when to start and when to stop. And the Hierophant reversed is about doing things in a very different, unorthodox way. So I think that Newsom might end up finding a different way to outsmart Trump or beat Trump that doesn't require this redistricting, but it could also be Trump not being around. I want to take a look at that, you guys. Let's change up the cards. Let's see here. Let's do the, what do I want to do? I want to go to my traditional Rider-Waite-Smith deck. If you guys are ever curious to know what decks I'm using, if you click on the description box down below this video, there is a link to my website, which is just bobbiereads.com. And on my website, I have a page that lists all the different decks that I use. It has pictures of all of them. And if you click on the picture, it'll show you the deck information, and it's a link that'll take you to, most of them take you to Amazon. So if you don't want to shop on Amazon, that's cool. Just click on the link to get the card information. Okie dokie. Also on my website is where you can book your own personal tarot reading with me. So if you've ever wanted to have your own tarot reading with me, I do live readings and recorded readings. So you can check that out on my website as well. Okay. Is Trump going to remain in office throughout this period, or is he going to be removed to where this is not going to be necessary? What's going to happen with Trump? What's his energy throughout this process? Let's get 3 cards. 3 cards for what we can expect. Okay, so we have the Sun card. So you guys know this card comes up all the time. And it's interesting that it's coming up now. It's like Spirit saying, yep, I'm connected to the energy. Because I tell you guys often that the Sun card is the card that if you look at the astrological chart of a nation, the Sun card is the ruler, okay? So this is connecting to Trump. Like, yes, okay, we're tuned into the president. Okay, what's going to happen with him during this process? Okay, we have the Moon reversed, secrets, duplicity, deceit, deception, hiding things being done in the dark. 10 of Swords, endings, suffering, being stabbed in the back. And justice reversed, things being unbalanced and unjust. I just keep having a feeling that Trump is going to not be in office. I really do. And I know I keep saying that, and you guys are probably like, okay, Bobbie, you've been saying that forever, but I think it's taken the universe a little bit longer than I expected that it would. But, that's the thing, right? We never know when things are actually going to play out. We just kind of have to wait for the will of Spirit and the universe. But I do not think he's going to remain in office. And again, look at this, you guys. We have, out of 4 cards, we have 3 major arcana cards. Major arcana cards are big themes. And the only minor arcana card we have is a 10, which 10s are completion, endings. And it's a pretty significant card to go with these different major arcana cards. This is divine masculine and divine feminine. This is yin and yang. And it's very interesting that one is reversed and one is upright, because it's very yin and yang energy. I know that we are in some really crazy times, and it is really unsettling. I get it, you guys. I'm right there with you. You guys know my life has been very unsettled lately, so I'm feeling it just like you guys are feeling it. But when you start to feel stressed or worried about what's going on around us, remember that what we're seeing happen is what has to happen in order for the old to fall away and for the new, to make space for the new, okay? And these times of transition can often be times of chaos and times where it's a little bit scary when we don't really know what's going on or what to expect. But this is our reminder that what's happening is fated. This is what is supposed to happen. We are in the right place at the right time. We chose to have this experience right now on Earth. We came here for a reason. So this is your reminder that there is balance, even though, and the Justice card is the card of balance. It's reversed, so it's a little bit out of balance right now, but we have to have this so that we swing back into balance, okay? We need to have the rise of the divine feminine, which is what we're seeing happen. So it's so interesting. The tarot always likes to make it so much bigger than just what we're looking at. It always wants to remind us that, yes, we're looking at politics and it's a small little window of what's happening, but it ties in to the bigger themes of what's going on in the world. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to get the Trish James Predictions Oracle, and I just want to look and see what's coming up for Newsom. I want to know what Newsom has coming up for him. So what does Newsom have coming up for him in his future as a politician? Oh, these are really slippery. Holy moly. Did you guys see that? They just slid away. So what does Newsom have going on for his future in politics? Let's take a look and see. What do we have for Gavin Newsom? Whoa, planned outcome. Did you see that? Planned outcome. So this right here, you guys, goes right back to what we were just talking about. This is all part of something bigger. We're watching something happen that, again, has been prophesized for a very long time. And Gavin Newsom is I feel, going to be a prominent part of whatever happens, okay? What else do we have for Gavin Newsom? Controlled puppet. Controlled puppet. I don't like that. But, remember what I was saying at the beginning of this reading, how, all politicians, you have to watch out for all politicians. Disappointing outcome. So we might find out that Newsom, perhaps, and for entertainment purposes only, you guys, and this is just, this is just tarot. So we don't know for sure. So I don't want anyone to get, offended or upset, especially if you really love Newsom. I think he's an okay guy. I don't know anything about him that, but we do need to keep our eyes open. And this is Spirit once again saying, yeah, here's your little reminder. Let's get some what's the tea cards. Let's continue to dig a little bit on Newsom and figure out what is the tea for him. What is the tea for Gavin Newsom? Okay, let's see what we have. Sorry about the background noise, you guys. You guys know that I'm filming in my kitchen right now until eventually I get my stuff from moving. So when my kiddos move around the house, you can hear the doors open and close. Okay, so we have running. This to me says running for president. I know it's just running, but the first thing I saw was he's running for office. Fake smiles. Yep, super politician-y. He's got a $1 million smile. I mean, he's a very handsome man, in my opinion. So he does have that, that politician smile. What else do we have? We have stalker, stalking, watching, obsessed. I feel like this is definitely Trump's energy, watching Newsom and what he does. I think he also has other people that are watching him, following what he does. Okay, so he's definitely being watched. This could also be potentially in the future, Gavin Newsom having a stalker and maybe something happening with that. Okay, and let's get one more what's the tea card. Queen rising, stepping into power, praise, coming up, spotlight. So interesting because it says queen rising, right? Divine feminine. But what it's talking about, stepping into power, praised, coming up, and spotlight, is very much Newsom's energy. Is Newsom going to be part of what helps to bring in the divine feminine? I don't know. Maybe. Wouldn't that be fantastic if he actually is, one of the good guys? I think that would be phenomenal. Let's keep our fingers crossed that that is, in fact, what's going on here. Okay, you guys. I want to wrap up this reading by pulling a Starseed Oracle card. I think it's been, I'm trying to remember the last time I pulled one. I guess it hasn't been that long, but these Starseed Oracle cards, I love these. These are my favorite. You guys know that. I use them almost every reading. And what I like for these cards is I like these for any final messages from Spirit that we have not yet received. So any messages that we need to hear that we have not yet received from Spirit, that can just help us through these times. Right now, things are a little bit confusing. They can be a little bit frightening, a little bit scary. And I always like to just ask Spirit for a little bit of guidance. What would Spirit like for us to know to carry through during this time, especially around the situation with Gavin Newsom, Trump, the gerrymandering, redistricting? Let's see what Spirit has for us. Final messages. Any final messages? Okay, we have 3 cards. Let's just take them all. We have Forge, Don't Follow. We have Empathetic Starseed. And we have, okay, I always say this one wrong. I love this one so much though. I'm going to say it wrong, but it's Haraith. Let's start with this one. So this one is all about longing for home, homesickness. Homesick for the stars. So what this card talks about is it talks about this idea that, okay, do you ever have those times in your life where you feel really, really lonely? Like lonely to your core, like homesick, heartbroken, loneliness. But you don't know what you're lonely for? That is what this card is talking about. We are these spiritual, energetic beings that come to this earth to basically go to school and learn some lessons. But while we're here, even though we can't remember where we come from or our spiritual aspect, we still know on a deep level that we're not where we come from. Okay? We are away from our home. Earth is not our home. Our home is our energetic spiritual state. So this card is a nod to that. When you feel very lonely, very depressed, and you feel like, you're all alone in the world, remember that this is just part of the human condition. And that is what you're feeling. Okay, this card is always that really beautiful reminder that you're not alone and you're not crazy, and there's nothing wrong with you for having moments where you feel really lonely. It's part of our journey here on earth. It's part of our spirit's journey, you know, navigating this. So I love that card so much, you guys. It's definitely one of my favorites. And now I'm going to work backwards. We're going to go to Empathetic Starseed. And this card says, energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. Empathetic starseeds are here to shift the world through their physical presence alone. They don't need to do anything beyond being here, thanks to the energetic change their physical presence causes. Due to their highly sensitive nature, empathetic starseeds can struggle with being on Earth and in a physical body. Many are prone to addiction and depression, or tend to mistake other people's feelings and moods for their own. Natural introverts, they tend to prefer spending time alone or in small groups. Crowds can be overwhelming for them. If this card appears, consider lightening the load energetically. Don't put yourself under such pressure to go out into the world. Be gentle with yourself. Allow extra time and care to recover energetically. If you're feeling pressured to keep up a certain pace, instead, put on the brakes and treat yourself like a precious baby. Do whatever you can to take the pressures of the world off your plate. Switch off to switch back on. In today's world, it's normal to feel that we should be doing more, but perhaps being present in our life is enough. This could be a phase you're going through, or simply how you're being called to live your life. If your work involves giving to others, right now you're being called to keep something for yourself. You don't need to transmute it all. It's okay to look after your own growth and healing before feeling you should offer it to the world. Indeed, it's necessary if you want to continue to do so sustainably. Okay. So I think probably all of us are going through some really heavy feelings right now. It's a very, I don't know, energetically, it's a very heavy weighted time. At least I feel that. I don't know about you guys. Okay, and the final card for this reading says, forge, don't follow. Pave a new path. Be the leader you wish you had. And doesn't this card look like Emerald City from The Wizard of Oz? I love that. It says, if you wait until the path is perfectly paved, you won't be forging your own path, and you'll likely not even take the first step. Don't let a small detail, like being unable to find someone to show you the way, be the reason you don't step forward and lead. Let it be the reason that you do. The most courageous and needed leaders are the ones who don't wait for permission or until the morning they wake up feeling ready. They take a deep breath, put one foot in front of the other, and figure it out as they go. They don't wait for someone to lead them, they lead themselves. This is a card for leaders. You're here to pave a path that hasn't been walked before, to go first and lead the way for others who are calling you in. If you feel misrepresented in the media, step forward for all of those who also feel misrepresented. If no one's speaking out on the topics you feel passionate about, share your unique voice. There's no one on earth who comes close to possessing your unique combination of skills, gifts, and life experience. Don't look to those who have come before you to work out your path. Leaders must forge their own. Do it for your daughter. Do it for the younger you. Do it for the leaders who will follow. When you go first, you make it easier for others to follow your lead. Forge, don't follow. Wow. Well, there's not really a lot I can add to that. Holy moly, you guys. That was really powerful. Let me know what you guys think. What are your thoughts on Newsom? What are your thoughts on this whole redistricting? Do you support it? Do you think it's wrong? Is it okay if, you know, it's like we have a problem with them doing it in Texas? Are we going to be okay with it happening in California? So let me know. I love reading your guys' comments. As always, I want to thank you guys so much for your support. I know it's been a very rough time for me lately, and your guys' comments and support has just been phenomenal. You have no idea how much you guys have just helped me through my move and all this crazy stuff. So I'm sending you all big, huge hugs. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up on your way out. And finally, if you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. It's a free way to support my channel, and it helps me out more than you can even imagine. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.